Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Fire. She's from a team of Fire and Ice. I actually have an older Ice figure from DC Direct, and this Fire figure is not at all what I remember the character looking like. She's pure green, made of a transparent plastic, and I guess this is her with her energy going on, but like I said, this is not how I remember this character. Hopefully they'll make a regular version where they paint her in normal colors. In the meantime, this is what we have, so let's take a look. This is a Target exclusive. It was street dated for 7/21, so I got it today. As you see the top, 22 moving parts. McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. This is part of the Gold Label collection. A Gold Label figure is simply a retailer exclusive. Whether it be Walmart or GameStop, this particular Gold Label is a Target exclusive. DC Multiverse Fire. Here she is in the package. Looks like no traditional accessories and no regular hands. We have a collector's card and display stand. Fire. Fire. Here's her barcode. And I'm back. Here she is posed up from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open her up. Alright. Now that this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. Display stand, collector's card, and then 2 green flame energy effects that'll cover her hands. In the packaging, it looked like those were her hands. Was very pleased that they came off. So this is Fire. Her real name is Beatriz Benella da Costa. She was a spy for the Brazilian Secret Service, and on a mission she came into contact with a chemical mix called pyroplasm, and it pretty much turned her into a hero similar to the Human Torch. She can completely surround herself in green flame. It's interesting because it's green, not traditional red. So, like I said, just think of her as sort of a female DC version of the Human Torch. Now, she doesn't always look like this, completely covered in, green flame. A lot of times she'll look normal. And I hope they actually take this figure and repaint her and release a normal version as well. That'd be really cool to have both versions. And then her partner, named Ice, her opposite, they should do the same thing with her. Release a blue version and a regular version. So, fingers crossed that happens in the future. In the meantime, let's take a look. So, starting with her face. Face actually looks pretty good. I could see somebody taking this, repainting it, the hair normal color, flesh on the face, and having a normal looking figure. The body here is definitely Nightfall Catwoman. I can see the gloves up here, the thigh boots, different type of piece with some flame around it. A lot of reuse here. But you know what, it works. I mean, you really can't see much when it's green transparent plastic. But I do hope they give us a regular version. And honestly, they could do it on this body. No problem, depending on which version they go for. A closer look at her face and head sculpt, which, like I said, I'm a fan of. Just kind of weird with this green version. But I'd love to have both regular and green flame. Now for her accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's her display stand, typical McFarlane display stand, black circle, thin, basic. Here's her collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of fire surrounding that green flame. Fire. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And then her green flame accessories. It's basically green flame. Her hand can go on the inside, and it goes around, giving her sort of a fist of green flame. Here's a look at Fire with those flame accessories. They actually look pretty cool, and they match her hair. Now I wanted to see how she would look under black light. When you have a semi-transparent figure, they usually look really cool under black light. So I have my black light flashlight here, kind of shine it up that way. You can see it's directly on her a little too much. It's just kind of glowing. Here she is, under black light in a semi-lit room. And here, under black light in a completely dark room. Looks pretty cool. Here she is under black light with both of her effects, looking pretty awesome. Now we're going to check out the differences and similarities between this Fire figure and the Nightfall Catwoman. So let's take a look. Obviously, the heads are totally different. The torso and stomach is exactly the same. You see the line that goes up and down Catwoman's suit. She even has the same line here. The arms are exactly the same. You can see the glove cut here. The legs are exactly the same. You can see the boot cut here. The diaper area is different, and everything is 100% the same besides the head and the diaper, and obviously the way the plastic was cast. Now this could work for Fire in her regular appearance in a sort of superhero outfit. Time will tell. These are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that utilize the Nightfall Catwoman body. We have 6 so far. I thought Punchline used that body, but actually the majority of her parts are different. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and her accessories, let's check out her height. From bottom to the very top of her hair, standing about 7.6 inches tall, which can translate to a little over 19 centimeters. Of course, her hair is considerably taller than the top of her head. She's probably about 7.2 to the top of her head. And for articulation, starting with the head, of course, you can rotate side to side. She can look up and down a pretty good amount. Tilt her head from one side to the other. Shoulders on the ball joint goes up about 90 degrees, up, down, around. She's got the butterfly ring between the shoulder and chest. Increase the range of motion at least a little bit and cover up the gap. Bicep cut to the top of the glove, which does make a lot of sense in this form. Double jointed elbows. Her wrist can rotate and it's hinged. Torso is a ball joint, rotate around, forward and back. Another one in the waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. Legs complete as splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation's non-existent. It is not a thigh cut, just the top of the boot. Legs go forward that much, back not much. Double jointed knees. Then the ankle. Forward, back, rotate, tilt, rock, and to articulation. Here's a look at Fire, hovering in the city skies. And here she is in the city streets, surrounded by fire and regular lighting. And then, in that same position, under the blacklight effect. Looks badass. Now let's check her out, next to some other action figures. I don't have any other Fire figures, and I consider Fire to be pretty much a D-lister in the Justice League. I mean, we have the A-listers, the main 7, we all know who they are. Then the B-listers, the C-listers, and I'd say she doesn't even make that cut. She's on the D-list team. She is probably above Captain Carrot and Ambush Bug, but she's a pretty low-tier Justice League member. Here she is, next to a DC Direct Ice figure. Fire and Ice are usually partners. Now we have the semi-transparent version of Fire by McFarlane, and this regular version by DC Direct of Ice. I hope McFarlane gives us a regular version of Fire, a regular version of Ice, and a blue transparent version of Ice. We could have all 4 of those. That could be for some pretty cool displays and team making. Now let's check her out, next to some other McFarlane semi-transparent figures. Here she is next to the first one. This is the Sonar Joker. Then they made Batman as Green Lantern. This is the Platinum Chase variant. And we have this other subline McFarlane's doing. These are the GameStop exclusive Frostbite editions, giving us a wide variety of semi-transparent figures, and they all look really cool under black light, if you can see what I mean. Now let's check her out, next to the rest of her wave. She's a Target exclusive, and came out with Metallo here. And here, with another Target exclusive, this is Jim Gordon in the Rookie Suit Mega Figure versus Mr. Bloom 2-pack. And the 2 most recent Target exclusives before that are Red Tornado and Animal Man. And before that, Midnighter and Wave Rider. Here she is, next to the recent Platinum Wave, Manhunter, Sportsmaster, and the New 52 Reverse Flash. And here she is, next to the second digital wave, Superman, Green Arrow, and the Atom. Then, next to the Entertainment Earth exclusive, Sketch Hush Batman. And now, next to the DC Rebirth Tim Drake Robin, and the New 52 Cyborg Superman. Here's Fire, next to the Nightfall Batman vs. Bane 2-pack. Then, next to the Dark Knight Trilogy, Morgan Freeman Lucius Fox. And finally, next to the Joker and Punchline 2-pack. Now let's check her out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how she fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix her with. Since she's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start by comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller. But first, let's check her out with some of her McFarlane Toys brothers and sisters. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures, and some Diamond Select toys, here's Fire, next to a box of Ziploc bags. And now, with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures, next with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally with some SH figure arts and some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a cool figure, but it's a pretty lazy reuse of the Nightfall Catwoman body, and then they made it completely transparent green, so you wouldn't really notice that. Head sculpt looks good. It is a cool looking figure. The transparent green makes it look visually interesting and it pops, and that blacklight effect is just awesome. So I feel like I should hate this figure, but I kind of don't. It's a character I didn't even want anyway. Fire's such a small character down the roster. I love getting obscure characters, but this is one I didn't really care about or want. That being said, she looks cool. Her accessories are actually kind of cool too. Sculpt paint job, lazy reuse of Nightfall Catwoman. Articulation, pretty good. If I had to rate her, original thought, 5 out of 10, but she looks really cool in the black light, so I'll bump it up to a 5.5. Figure's definitely not necessary, but if you want to get all the different characters, then here you go. Hopefully they'll make another version in the future. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, head to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.